Hello everyone, and welcome to my first ever travel vlog. This is going to be about my sustainable travel from London to Austria to see my family for a few days, and then from Austria all the way down to the Peloponnese of Greece. I really enjoyed my travel, but I also know that we're in the midst of a pandemic, so for me it was very, very important to be able to socially distance myself on every step of my journey. If you do decide yourself to travel during COVID, please check your government's website and that of the country you're visiting, and make sure you understand all of the guidelines so you can keep yourself and other people safe. Also, please take sustainable travel with a pinch of salt, because obviously nothing is as sustainable as staying home. Now that I've bored you with all of this stuff, let's get right into it. So on the 14th of August, I went from London to my hometown Linz in Austria. It takes around 13 hours to get there, with 2 changes, one of them being in Brussels and then the other one being in Frankfurt. I paid €175 for my Interrail ticket, which enabled me to travel on 4 days within a month, which I also then used for my travel to Greece. I enjoyed being home for 5 days and got to see some friends and reconnect with nature, and that was beautiful. On the 20th of August, then, me, my mum and my sister got on a night train to Venice, which was just amazing. It was so great waking up to arriving in the most beautiful Italian city ever. And with an Interrail ticket, you can also get a big discount on night trains. And in our case, it was great because we had a whole compartment just to ourselves. We got told that because of the virus this summer there was 95% less tourists than usual in Venice, which was just incredible because the streets were almost empty and we got to do all the things that you usually can't really do or can't do properly because there's way too many people. Marcus Place was almost empty, which was crazy because it's always like heaving there. We also took a ride in a gondola, which are usually super expensive, but this time it turned out really cheap because of the virus as well. It was only like £15 a person, which was amazing. We found a spot for filling up our water bottles, and we had some amazing Italian food, and being vegan wasn't actually as hard as I thought it would be. I just had lots of bruschetta and spaghetti with tomato sauce. We also had a look around the markets and the centre of the city before we left the next day to take the ferry to Greece, which was a real adventure. I've never been on a ferry for that long. It's a 36-hour journey, and we had our own little cabin on board, which was great. The beds were really comfy and the Mediterranean is very calm, so there wasn't a lot of waves, which was great because I get seasick really, really quickly. During the day we would just sit on deck and read, get tanned and just watch the waves, and the sunsets were absolutely stunning to watch from the ship as well. It was great. When we arrived, my sister had to do a COVID test. Greece has got this algorithm in place to test people randomly for COVID. We then picked up our car that we rented for 2 weeks and drove down to a little town called Cardamole, where we stayed for the next 10 days. The town had an amazing supermarket, which made it really easy for me and my family to stay vegan on our trip. We had a little apartment where we could also cook our own food, so that really helped, and we were able to eat out a few times as well without consuming meat or lots of dairy. Cardamole is a very small and quiet little village. There wasn't a lot of tourists at all, and we just spent our days going to the beach every day and exploring little seaside towns close by. After spending 10 days around the area of Cardamole, the second stop of our holiday was this tiny island called Manombasia, which means only one entrance, and it was built in the medievals by people that were seeking refuge from the Slavic and Avaric invasion of Greece. It was honestly the most beautiful town I've ever seen. It's got these really cute little alleyways everywhere, and the houses are ancient, and this part is the new part of the town, but you can also walk up the hill and see the old part of the town, which was the first part of it that was built, and the ruins are absolutely beautiful as well. During the days we would then go and explore more beaches like this one, which is on another little island which is called Venice. I know mostly when people talk about going to Greece they usually talk about going to one of the islands, but I really can't recommend you enough to go to the mainland. Where we stayed was just incredibly beautiful, and the area around Kalamata is just stunning. There's so many olive trees, and the vegetation and the little towns are just so lovely. The sea was also really warm, the weather was always just amazing, and even the food was just incredible. I hope you liked this vlog. Let me know if you would like to see more of these. It's not what I usually do. I usually sit places and sing songs. But yeah, if you would like to see more of that, make sure to check out my other videos and follow me on Spotify. And yeah, if you have any tips on how to travel even more environmentally friendly, please let me know. Sending you lots of love wherever you are in the world right now. Take care.